Hello everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Natalie and I try to post videos every Monday about personal finance. I say try because I haven't posted in 3 months, but I'm trying to get discipline on this. So today I'm gonna be talking about budgeting. I feel there's a lot of misconceptions about it. Like people think budgeting is hard, it's a lot of time consuming, it is too strict. People think that it's not for them because it will mean to give up on a lot of stuff that they want, but it's not like that. I started budgeting when I was 19 years old and I was living by myself. I had a job that paid minimum wage and I just wanted a way that I could, pay my rent and my bills, but also enjoy my hard-earned money, because at the end of the day we work to have money and to enjoy it, right? So what is a budget? A budget is basically a roadmap for where your money will go. So basically you assign your money a job and you establish spending limits for a specific expenditures so you can use your money responsibly. So to get started in budgeting, you first need to determine why are you budgeting, right? You need to have some goals, something that you wanna get out of it. So in my case, it was that I needed a way to survive but also enjoy my money. So yours could be, save towards something, towards a trip, towards nice shoes, towards something you like, right? Another reason could be that you want to get out of debt. That's something I'm working on right now. So you can budget for that as well. Another reason could be you realize that a lot of your money is going towards fast food, so you want to reduce some overspending habits that you have. So once you identify your reason and you establish some financial goals, you can start budgeting. So next, budgets are really personal. So the same budget won't work for everybody, right? For example, my kind of budgeting that I'm doing right now, it might not work for you because we all have different lifestyles and we all have different goals. So in order to make sure that your budget is realistic, you need to do a deep dive into your current spending habits. So you can track it different ways, right? If you want to be simple, just use a notebook. Write down all your expenses. Today I went to this restaurant, spent this much. Today I paid my rent, this much, and so on. If you're a little bit tech savvy, you can use Excel spreadsheets. If you're a little bit lazy, you can also use an app. I personally use Mint. I have been using it since 19 years old, and there has been a lot of progress through years. So basically you can link all your accounts, so your debits, your savings, your credit cards, and every time you have a transaction, the app will record it. And you can also have different budgets in the app, like how much you want to spend in restaurants, how much you want to pay for gifts, and so on. It's a really cool app. If you want a video just about this app, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll do it. So you are going to track your spending for at least 30 days, so a full month, so that you can make a realistic budget, right? You have a clear idea of where your money is going. After you have tracked all your expenses, you're gonna separate it in two groups. So you have the fixed expenses and then you have the variable ones. So the fixed expenses are things that do not change over time. Things such as rent, phone bill, car payments, etc. And variable expenses, you can have clothing, medical expenses, monthly credit card payments, and so on, right? So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna add up all your income. So let's say your job, your side job, if you sold something, like these, you do it every month, I will say, and you subtract from the fixed expenses first, right? So your income minus your fixed expenses, and then you have some money left over, right? That money left over, you are going to assign a drop for all that money. So for example, this percentage goes towards clothing, these other percentage goes towards gift from my friend, savings, and so on. It is crucial that you identify which areas are you overexpending so that you can cut it little by little in order to reach your budgeting goals. Also, it is really important that you have money for unexpected expenses, such as emergencies, right? It's really important that you have an emergency fund. If you want to know how to build an emergency fund, also write in the comments down below, and I will do another video about that. And it is also that you budget differently every month, right? For example, right now that we're October, like I knew that Halloween was coming. Halloween is one of my favorite like holidays, events. I really like to dress up and so on. So I said like, okay, like my budget has to have a Halloween category, saying like I'm gonna spend this much on a dress or a costume. You can also say like, you know, on October I have a lot of friends who have birthdays, so you do another category that says like birthdays, and this much is what I'm planning to spend. As I said, there's so many different type of budgets according to your needs, so you just have to figure out which one is the one that works for you. You have the incremental budget, in which you cut your the categories you're like overspending little by little, and that money you put it towards a savings purpose or any other financial goal that you have. You also have the zero budget, where all your income subtract by all your expenses has to be equal to zero. That's the one I am doing right now. You also have the 50-30-20 budget, where 50% is towards your needs, 30% is towards your wants, and 20% is towards your savings. So there's so many different type of budgets. You just have to find the one that you like, the one that is gonna help you reach those budgeting slash financial goals that you have. So once you do all the steps that I told you, you can do your budget. You can have a template to do it. You can download it from the internet, or you can create your own. What I usually do is I do an Excel spreadsheet. So there's the three categories that I mentioned to you. So income, fixed expenses, and variable expenses. In my case, everything has to come down to zero at the end of the month. For you it might be different, but that's a good way to do it. Also, Excel is really easy because you just type in numbers and you know it does everything for you. I was also gonna say that you can budget weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. It also depends on when you get your paycheck. I get my paycheck bi-weekly, but I just budget monthly because I don't know, it's easier for me. So if it's easier for you to budget every week, then go for it. If it's easier, less time consuming, let's say, do it every month. But at the end of the day, as I said, budgeting is really personal, so just do whatever is easier for you. I know at first, at least for me, it was hard just to keep track of things. That's why I downloaded the app. And at first you're gonna be like, it's not gonna be perfect. Like you are gonna have a budget set for, like, let's say clothing for the month, $100, and you might go over. Like it still happens to me sometimes, and that's totally fine as long as you realize that you're overspending. You can improve it for the next month. Right, it is also important that you do a review of your budget, so that you can find things that you can improve. Don't get discouraged if the first few months don't work for you. It is completely fine, but what you're doing with these is you're building discipline, right? So in the coming months you're gonna get better on it. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do if you like the content. Also, if you have any questions, comments, please put it in the comments section, and I'll be reading it. I'll also give you provided with a link for the budgeting app that I use. And if you want, let's say, a template of a budget, like how to start budgeting, let me know as well. I can create one for you and upload it. Follow me on my social medias, Instagram at Frugal Latina, and I post there about how to become debt free. That is something I'm working towards right now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye.